Hello everybody. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. So I thought about maybe doing like the division for a little bit, so I did that. So now what we are going to be doing is a little bit of my other favorite game, which is called the Madden NFL, which is honestly one of the bestest games that I gotta tell you guys. It's luckily enough we got a player that's just signed on us, which I feel really excited. Just asking, can everybody hear me? Hello. If you guys can, please give me a 1. If you guys can't, please give me a 2. I know that person that just came on, if you are watching, get your butt back on here.
Today. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Rodgers going to come out throwing. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Abanikanda is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics. and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Prescott on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you talk about this Jets defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing off.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last.
Touchdown! Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 69 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5.
Prescott to throw it. There again is Cooks, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw is Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
Aaron Rodgers, he can still maneuver. 35 rushing touchdowns in his career with Green Bay. Partner, I double-checked that stat. That's the right number. And even at his age, he knows when it's time to go, and he does it there for a touchdown.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Prescott's got this one complete to Pollard.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throw out wide is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Prescott.
Drops this underneath for Pollard.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
So we've reached halftime.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
That one too wide and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Straight ahead is Hall. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep, and it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Garrett Wilson from 8 yards out, and the Jets extend their lead yet again. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Prescott.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Into the hands of Hendershot.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott yet again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And from the gun, here's Abanikanda.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A first down throw for Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown.
Nice. Good job.
A little too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 39 now.
Dude, I told you not to put that on there. Please don't.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Alright, guys, here we go. Now we're about ready to go against the Patriots. Please stop talking about your channel in my comments. I just beat it the Dallas Cowboys.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Hall again.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hall again.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. You got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Now a short one to Gesicki.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now 2nd and 3. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Now Jones.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
And pass to Henry is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Ball again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trap.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A final shot before break. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. To about the 26 here. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Inside give to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Elliott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Rodgers.
That is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, 33 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Off the play fake. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Bourne.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. He's stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but and that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
He finds Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Hall. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2?
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown.
Nice.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
We good? You can rent ATVs, UTVs, they got stuff for that.
I mean, I don't got that type of money, but, you know, I just...
Sure, Polito has a great amount of hunting fun.
I'll have to check it out sometime.
This is not one of them. Right next to a town there?
Well,
Come on now.
I wouldn't, because if you're probably caught with another firearm, you most likely will be going to jail. Because what you've got is already illegal possession of a firearm.
Give the status check on
Well, I thought it was I bought it from a guy saying it was... He gave me the box. Felt pretty light. Said BB gun on it, on Sharpie, you know. Looked pretty official.
Yeah, pretty official.
Tommy, how's it going, man?
Most likely you will be